because each color for each
Hello friends.
Hello friends, welcome to our channel. Today we have came to Noor Riyadh to see the show. We're going to have lots of fun with the lights and hope you enjoy the video. Now we will start now.
अगर आपने अभी तक हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया होगा तो प्लीज़ सब्सक्राइब करना मत भूलिए। आपने मेरा नूर रियाद वाला लास्ट वीडियो देखा ही होगा और आज हम फिर से नूर रियाद का शो देखने आए हैं। तो आज हम लोग आए हैं जैक्स डिस्ट्रिक्ट में। तो जैक्स डिस्ट्रिक्ट में क्या अलग है देखने के हमें बहुत एक्साइटमेंट है। तो चलिए चलते हैं। अभी हम लोग हमारे फ्रेंड्स आने वाले हैं तो उनका वेट कर रहे हैं। हाय इनकी लॉबी में देखते हैं। तो यहाँ से हमें टूर गाइड लेके जाएंगे। यहाँ पे टोटल 22 आर्ट पीसेस है। तो चलिए अभी शुरुआत करते हैं। यहाँ भी प्रोजेक्टर है तो हमने टूर गाइड लिया है साथ में, इसलिए सब इंफॉर्मेशन टूर गाइड से मिल रही है। तो अभी आगे की इंफॉर्मेशन देंगे हमारे टूर गाइड।
Okay, so this art piece is called Sukun, which translates into calmness, by the Saudi artist Nawaf al-Dohan. This art piece, the artist likes to use pixelized animation interpreted into his art pieces, and this art piece shows us kind of like a window through time. As you can see in front of you, there is a desert, there is a date palm tree, and towards the distance we can see Riyadh city. It basically shows us a window through time, as I said, from old Saudi to the new Saudi with all the progress that we've been through. This is also, as you can see, an interactive art piece. There is a sand cat that follows you everywhere you go. The sand cat is one of Saudi's most known animals that were thought to be extinct, but they found a lot of them and we're reproducing them.
Thank you.
Alright, everyone gather here. This art piece is called Mass by the Japanese artist Ryuji Ikeda. This art piece gives us a simulation as if we're standing on the edge of the black hole in space. The concept of this art piece is that it kind of reminds us of how small we are compared to the huge world we're living in. If you take a video or a picture of this art piece, it's going to show you the colors of the rainbow. In real life, it's only black and white.
Thank you.
This art piece is called The Passage of Ra by the duo Japanese artists A.A. Murakami. As you can see, the art piece has an electronic machine that displays rings of fog passing through the air, going into the screen to no limits. The reason why it's called The Passage of Ra is, as you can see in the mirror in front of you, there is a sun. The sun, or Ra, in ancient Egyptian mythology was the god of the sun. So the name comes from the sun that's in the middle. It keeps on rising in a repetitive pattern, as well as the fogs that pass through the screen in a repetitive pattern. The idea of this art piece is that it kind of reminds us of the routine that we're taking in our life, the reason why we're taking it, and how do we break it. This art piece is called Gravitation by two Japanese artists. The art piece simulates the beauty and the imperfections. What you see in front of you on the screen is a close-up video of broken particles, a plate and a teacup made of porcelain. You can also see the teacup and the porcelain plate displayed on the wall over there. They were broken on purpose to create this art piece, and the sound that we're listening to is the sound of these pieces breaking, transferred into a computer, elongated into half an hour to make it deeper. The repetitive word that the Japanese woman is saying translates into nothingness. This art piece is called Daydream by the Japanese-French group called Nonotalk. This art piece, from its name, kind of takes you on a daydream. It's made of multiple frames of semi-see-through fabric with a projector in the end displaying different shapes to kind of disconnect us from reality. That's the concept of this art piece. From its name, as if you're looking into a daydream. So this art piece is called Labyrinth by the Japanese artist Takayuki Mori. In this art piece, the artists liked to link the digital world with the Saudi culture. What you see in front of you are not lasers, they're all threads dipped in fluorescent. The colors that are used in this art piece were made of the three primary colors of coding, blue, red, and green. The objects that you see in front of you symbolize the Saudi culture. They are 3D printed. You can see there is Saudi coffee, dates, bukhur, etc. Yes. Yes. If it's regular white. This art piece is called Plagio by the Italian artist Matthias Gromso. So the art piece is made of a body of water with loudspeakers underneath. They display vibrations that show up as waves on top of the water. So the vibrations on the speakers, they come from a French poetry line that translates into emotions flow like water. So that way, from the waves created on the water from these vibrations, we're seeing the poem instead of hearing it. Each spot on this art piece is a different vibration from the speaker. It signifies each word from the poetry line. So this art piece is called by the Saudi-Palestinian artist Ayman Yusri. As you can see, the room is completely dark. There is no light, no noise whatsoever, and there is salt on the floor. So the concept of this art piece is that when we enter this quiet and lifeless room, we crunch the salt with our feet, we create noise and life in here. So it makes us rediscover our self-awareness. So this art piece is called Gossamer by the two British artists, Shuster and Mosley. The artists had the idea of recording the sun for an entire day from the moment it rises to the moment it sets. The video was time-lapsed into 3 minutes. As you can see, the art piece is made of 15 glass lenses taking a shape of a spiral. On top, there is a projector projecting the same video through these lenses, creating a reflection on the wall of the colors of the sun throughout the day. You can see the color is starting to set, giving us purple and blue, kind of like the sunset. So this art piece is called Sunbeam by the artist Boris Akit. As you can see, the art piece is made of a body of water with a reflective mirror underneath, and the projectors that go through that water and reflect to the ceiling are actually simulating the sun. So usually, we miss the beauty of the sun. We usually
आज की सारी इन्फॉर्मेशन हमारे टूर गाइड से मिल रही है, इसलिए मेरा काम थोड़ा आसान हो गया है.
So this art piece is called Flux by the artist Xavery Computeri. It's made of multiple LED strips that have 4 camera and movement sensors around this art piece. So the art piece itself, it kind of simulates the connection that humans have with electronics. Sometimes it's positive, sometimes it's negative. The positive is that everything now is online and makes our life so much easier, for sure. But also comes a lot of negatives with it. The negative that in general can be useful, but it also is really bad for our health as humans. So you can actually interact with this art piece. You can go to the camera over here, come here, move back a little bit. This is you, sir, and this is... So this art piece is called Distortions in SpaceTime by the artist Marshmallow Laser Feast. As you can see, it's a video that takes us on a point of view of a star traveling through space and what the stars go through in space. You can see in the middle of the screen there is a black hole forming, and the idea of this art piece is that it kind of connects us as humans between the concept of life and death. The idea or the meaning of this art piece is really deep, and it's one of the most beautiful art pieces that we have. So this art piece is called Choreography in the Void by the Italian artist Federico Acciardi. In this art piece, the artist criticizes the human's effects on nature, that even the smallest insects, such as fireflies, are affected by this. These are female fireflies in their mating season, and they cannot find the male fireflies due to the lights of the city, the cause of the humans. Also, this kind of also gives us an awareness, as I said, about the effects that humans have on nature, the negative effects. So this art piece is called Aura by the artist Nick Versten, if you can. So the concept of this art piece is that the artist wanted to show us how light and shape can affect human emotions. Each color symbolizes a certain emotion, but the artist did not specify. It's for you to decide. What do you feel when you look up into the blue color? How do you feel, everyone? Calm? The reason why I ask this is because each color for each person symbolizes a different emotion. Some people look up. There we go. So please enter inside, no problem.
Today we have done a lot, but now there are only 7 this art pieces are there. We have done like some art pieces, so we're going to go on to see some more. We're going to have a lot of fun. Hope you enjoyed the video.
You're gorgeous. Look at you. So this art piece is called Salo by the Dutch artist Vincent Rutgers. Vincent Rutgers, as I said, is a Dutch artist with a Chinese-Indonesian background. He likes to interpret identity finding and culture into his art pieces. The shape that you see in front of you is shown as to be the roots of where we come from. It's shaped as roots. And the red color, it's the same color that's in both the Chinese and Indonesian flag. So the stars around signify the Indonesian culture. In a bit, we're going to see the light in the middle move forward and back while the room turns dark, creating shadows all around the room to signify the roots growing. Creating shadows, as I said, around the entire room, signifying our roots that grow. So this art piece is called Flux by the French group Collective Scale. The art piece is made of 48 LED beams that show us different colors, noises, and motion. They all move in a harmony. So this art piece is called Heart Space by the Japanese artist Krishna. As you can see in front of you, there are 3 displays. They take the heartbeat of the person standing in front of it, and whatever color shows up gives you a signification of the emotion that you're feeling. And whatever color that shows up on the screen in front of you, keep it. Whatever color that shows in the screen in front of you will be transferred into the big screen. Keep it there. In a little bit, the device will take the rate of the heart. As you can see, the machine will take the heart rate. It will be shown in a bit. There it is. And then it's going to show you a color. If it's blue or green, it's neutral. It's green, so it's neutral. As you can see the screen in front of you, it turns more into green. So as I said, blue and green is neutral, yellow is calm, pink or red is a high pulse, which is the rarest one that we get. So you got yellow, which is neutral. It will be transferred onto the big screen. You can see the yellow showing up. So this art piece is called Row by the Russian group Tundra. So in this art piece, the concept is that we get to see sound for the first time. It's made of multiple LED fans that spin really fast with loudspeakers that show us how the sound would look like. This is getting your sound now? No, the speakers. This art piece is called Metamorphosis by the Saudi artist Yusuf Al-Ahmed. This artist studied abroad in San Francisco and he's currently living in Washington, D.C. He got inspiration from both of his experiences in Saudi Arabia and in the US. He was also inspired by the skateboards. So in this art piece, he mixes up between both his experiences, as I said, inspired also by the shapes and colors of the skateboard parks, along with this amazing view that we have here in JAX. This art piece is called Stain Rainbow Forest by the Canadian-Japanese artist Jian Lee. In this art piece, you can see she used nanotech with a bunch of holographic CDs to interpret into her art piece. And as you can see, there are lots of strings around with the CDs through them to kind of give off the idea of a rainbow forest. This is her first time displaying her art in Saudi Arabia, so she liked to put some of the culture into this art piece by taking these stones or rocks from the Saudi desert and supporting the art piece with them. This art piece is called Al-Majlis by the Saudi artist Asma Al-Jahani. As you can see, this art piece signifies one of the Saudi's most important part of the culture, which is the Majlis. The Majlis is kind of like a room where everyone can sit around. We have lots of events there. Just a quick little get together that we have. It's a huge part of our culture. So if you come close to each beam, you can hear conversations that were recorded many years ago of real people sitting in a real masjid. Over here we have men conversations. The other side we have women's conversations. So the idea or the reason why this artist did this art piece, the Majlis, is because she had to look into the future, that in the future there's not going to be a Majlis anymore. Because in this day and age, we're modernizing the houses. We're losing the touch in the Saudi culture for the Majlis. So she wanted this art piece to live off to the future so it can signify a huge part of the Saudi culture even when it does not exist anymore. So the fabric that you see in front of you is actually handmade. Now, since you sat down, I want you to talk to the fabric in front of you. What do you see? You can see that your voice is being censored, and the sensors take your voice and they transfer it into light.
और यहाँ पे हमारे सारे आर्ट पीस को विजिट हो गई है और सच में बच्चों के लिए बहुत इंफॉर्मेटिव जगह है। सो फ्रेंड्स, आपने तो मेरे नूर रियाद वाले बाकी वीडियोस तो देखे ही होंगे। उसमें मैंने लास्ट डेट मेंशन किया था। इस बार नूर रियाद को बहुत कम दिनों के लिए इन्होंने रखा था। फिर भी मैंने जो जितने भी प्लेसेस है उतने पे सारे प्लेसेस पे विजिट किया है। और जो आज का प्लेस है जैक्स डिस्ट्रिक्ट, उसमें मैंने लास्ट दिन विजिट किया था। इसलिए आज का जो वीडियो है ये हमारी शो की डेट जाने के बाद आ रहा है। और ये वीडियो डालने के पीछे मेरा एक ही मकसद है, जिन्होंने ये शो मिस किया होगा उनको देखने को मिले और नेक्स्ट टाइम आप पहले से ही प्लानिंग करेंगे तो अच्छा रहेगा। तो अभी नूर रियाद जो शो है वो फिनिश हो गया है।
Follow our channel.
Sonali, thank you. So friends, हमने तो बहुत एंजॉय किया है नूर रियाद। आपने भी हमारा ब्लॉग एंजॉय किया ही होगा। हमारी पल्लवी और मिनल भी बोलेंगे। तो कैसे लगा आपको?
यहाँ पे आने के बाद गाइड जरूर लीजिए। 22 आर्ट्स है, अगर आप अकेले जाओगे तो यूल बी लाइक लॉस्ट, बट यू शुड टेक द गाइड एंड इट इज अमेजिंग।
और मीनल आपको कैसे लगा?
हाँ, बहुत अच्छी जगह है, सबने मस्ट विजिट प्लेस। थैंक यू सो मच।
तो हमने नूर रियाद में मुरब्बा पैलेस भी कवर किया है, वादी हनीफा भी कवर किया है, और आज आए हम लोग जैक्स डिस्ट्रिक्ट में और बहुत अच्छा लगा है। तो सभी जगह पे आप टूर गाइड लेते हैं तो आपको सारी इन्फॉर्मेशन मिलती है और टाइम मैनेजमेंट अच्छी होती है उनसे। तो चलिए आज के लिए इतना ही। प्लीज डू नॉट फॉरगेट टू लाइक, शेयर एंड कमेंट ऑन आवर वीडियो, एंड प्लीज डू नॉट फॉरगेट टू सब्सक्राइब टू आवर चैनल। स्टे ट्यून्ड एंड थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग। बाय बाय।
बाय बाय।